Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Matt Lepink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that there is a very interesting interview with Sam Bankman-Fried, which was actually leaked. It was a Twitter conversation, and the answers what he gave, they are interesting. Put it this way. Okay, then we have Genesis Global, which is the next one, which holds withdrawals. And the third news is all about that El Salvador's president announced that they're going to buy a Bitcoin every single day from now on. So guys, all this in today's video. I was thinking about Sam Bankman-Fried interview, that's why I say it. So yes, and if you would like to stay up to date, very simple, in blockchain and crypto, then just subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, because every single weekday I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Also hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and check out the links under this video because you can find a couple of good ones. Okay, and now let's move on to the prices, what we can see right now in this chaos. So we see that the Bitcoin is basically down 1.7% in the last 24 hours, while Ethereum almost 3%. When we're looking at the top gainers, then Trust Wallet token is going up 15%, about 100% in the last 7 days. And we have then Chain about 4% and 2.5% Lido DAO. When we're looking at the losers, that in the lead is Curve DAO token, down about 9.5%. Then we have Huobi token, about 8%, and similar Algorand, about 8% down. So these are the top losers in the last 24 hours. Oops, I just accidentally closed the trading view, what I wanted to open. Okay, but I'm going to fix it in a second. And let's go on to the 4-hour one, maybe. Okay. Good. So far, so good. Let's share the screen. Okay, so what we can see here, that Bitcoin is now between these two levels here, between 17,700 and about 16,000. And even here, now you see we came down underneath, but we could recover, kind of. But instead of going this direction, we're rather having shorter and shorter moves upside and staying down in this area, which could mean potentially that we might go further down. On the other hand, I was thinking about it when everybody is so bearish, everybody is saying that we will go more down and down and down. The opposite, sometimes it's happening. That's why we see so many liquidations, because people making their bets, and what's the most likely scenario, then the opposite is happening. So really, it's a chaos. I think the best thing what people can do now is just wait what's going to happen, because you never know what's the next news which coming out, which will destroy that day on the market. And yes, you never know what's happening right now. So we are in very uncertain times we're living in. And okay, now let's move on to the first topic. And the first topic is this strange interview, which was a Twitter conversation. And it's out now. And Sam's answers were very interesting. So let's talk about it, because it's not too clear that does he see the whole picture or how he thinks about. Okay, let's get into it. So one thing is interesting for me, that why is actually Sam not listening to the lawyers? Usually if you're facing a case like this, which is pretty much rare because you're talking about a huge amount of money, the number one thing would be that you just simply do not give interviews, do not talk to people on Twitter about these kind of things. You just, wait, shut up and wait what's coming next. But Sam is doing other things, and actually he was the one who DM'd this guy, and then they started this conversation. And actually, the next day, he was asked again that, is that really you? But they saying, he said that, yeah, I'm not hacked. It was me. We had a conversation. So the Twitter account is not hacked. And when you read this, you can find it all over the Twitter now, this article. First of all, he believes that he's rather a victim of this case. When they talked about CZ, he's saying that basically CZ has the bigger budget. That's why he won. Sounds a little bit jealous. Then he also said that FTX hasn't done anything bad. They simply just lent that huge amount of money to Alameda Research and just trusted. And basically, the accounting just is not clear. That should be clearer. And basically, they messed it up at Alameda Research. But he thought they can just cover it. They have enough to back it up. Interesting, talking about that amount of money, and it's just big hopes. So yeah, and also towards the end of the interview, he said that the biggest problem is now for him with this Chapter 11, because everybody told him to do that, but it wasn't the right choice, because if this is not happening, 70% of the whole thing would be already recovered. So that's what he regrets. And but on the other hand, he's not anymore the CEO of FTX. So even FTX said that whatever Sam is now saying on the Twitter is not what FTX is saying. So it's getting really, really messy. And you never know when next, skeleton gets out of the closet and mess up the whole case once again. So now we're waiting. I think that's the most clever thing you can do. Wait, and we'll see what kind of things are coming out, how the market is reacting, because time will heal this one as well. Like always, it's really bad for the crypto market in general, especially because people are mixing it together with Bitcoin. So just because Bitcoin price is affected of this event, it doesn't mean that there's anything bad with Bitcoin. The fundamentals of Bitcoin are still strong. But are there other problems in the crypto world? Yes, there are many. And this issue is mainly a problem because of the centralized things in crypto, just like centralized exchanges. Okay, now next thing to move on. The next company, this one is Genesis Global, decided to hold withdrawals. And yeah, you never know which one is the next. So another company holds back withdrawals, and this one is now the Genesis Global. The troubled firm is also acting as a liquidity provider of Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust. On the other hand, Grayscale said they are totally okay, but you just keep that in mind. So the institutional crypto lender said it would temporarily suspend redemptions and new loan organizations in the lending business. So the firm also added that its current liquidity was negatively impacted by the collapse of hedge fund Three Arrows Capital in June. As part of the bankruptcy proceeding, the brokerage has filed a 1.2 billion claims against Three Arrow Capital. Also, so it's unclear what the firm liquidity levels are. Genesis Global had 175 million worth of funds stuck on FTX. In response, Digital Currency Group, the partner company of Genesis Global, sends its subsidiary an emergency 140 million equity infusion to cover losses. So, but even these things happened, they decided to hold now withdrawals. So they're saying that we have hired the best advisors in the industry to explore all possible options. Next week, we will deliver a plan for lending business. we are working tirelessly to identify the best solutions for the lending business, including, among other things, sourcing new liquidity. In the latest quarterly report, the firm stated that it has 2.8 billion worth of active loans, and Genesis Global currently serves as the liquidity provider of the popular 6.7 billion Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust. So, question: should we be worried? Should be the clients worried? What's next? I mean, okay, they said it's a temporary thing, but this is always what they're saying at the beginning and after. So that's another example, which just came out, that you don't know which company will be the next, and in the next couple of days, weeks, and months are all about, as we can see, this huge issue unfolding, this story, because the Alameda Research, FTX, it was just the beginning, and now we can see who else is getting in trouble. On the other hand, another topic I would like to talk about is El Salvador, and actually Justin Sun, and they are very positive as they decided to buy every day a single Bitcoin from now on. El Salvador is the very first country which made Bitcoin legal tender back in 2021 in September. And they still believe in Bitcoin, even that their balance sheet is down now, because the average price they bought Bitcoin, it's definitely much more than it is right now. However, they still believe that Bitcoin could be a good investment. Therefore, starting from today, they're starting investing in Bitcoin, DCA in Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin per day. And actually, not just them, but Justin Sun is doing the same. And here's also a tweet here. Yeah, every starting tomorrow, they're going to invest in Bitcoin. And we do know that they already have a big amount of Bitcoin, but this is going to grow. If they are strong believers of Bitcoin, then definitely this is a great time for them to invest, because in a couple of years, it could have a very nice return. But nowadays, of course, it looks pretty bad, their balance sheet, because Bitcoin is down and they have invested quite a lot of money in Bitcoin in 2021. But but they're thinking in long term. So I think they're saying they still can afford it and it's no problem, and they holding Bitcoin, and especially now adding to their balance sheet. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single weekday I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency blockchain news. So just simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then you will get the notifications as soon as a new video is out. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and I'm back tomorrow. So I wish you a great day. Have a good one.